Hey guys, RC here, back with a updated version of our Fallout Let's Build Starlight Drive-In. I've gone back to another save. I've got probably 6 or 7 character builds that I am working on currently, and this is one that I really want to finish up. So a lot of the building is similar because this is one of my more recent builds that I have started to set up. So what I've done is I've taken a little time to kind of go back and kind of bring it up to speed, up to date, and incorporate a few things that I had done in the last video, but also there's some things that I really liked that I had done here, so I've left those, and those will be kind of some updated things. So if we come in here on the main road, I've just incorporated the existing chain link fence, and I have put a gate in here. Moving down, now this is outside the build zone here where I'm at, but I've put in some junk fence here to kind of block this area off. Same thing on the exterior here where the chain link ends. I have now closed this off around this side. Now I had this closed off thinking I was going to have everybody walk around, but honestly this did create some pathing issues, and it is an enclosed area for the most part, so they basically have to come into this one area. That wall looks horrible. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. I think because I had they were all linked up and then I pulled that one out, so that's good. Alright, so we've got some corn, some potatoes growing in here. Just like in the previous video, I wanted to build my residence area around the existing wall here. So we've got a couple of beds, a couple of mattresses in this room. I had originally planned to leave this room intact with the crib and the refrigerator, but the crib, you know, since there aren't any babies in the game and you can't have children, you know, that's kind of a wasted space. So I went ahead and made this a sleeping area. We will probably have to build an outhouse at some point in time. I have put a guard post up near the entrance on this side. We've got our caravan trading post here because the caravans come off of the main road typically. I've moved a couple of these cars. This one does not look good. It does not go down. It's up on the hill here. I moved them from out here to kind of surround this area, and unfortunately I cannot pillar glitch that to lower it any. So the only thing I might try to do at a later point is, and I'm looking at how these guys are standing backwards. Well, I can't highlight it since it's being used. They're standing on the wrong side, so I wonder if I turn them around. But I'm not sure I can see a way to fix that. I might go back and try to put some maybe some concrete cinder blocks underneath it and make it look like it's up on blocks. Maybe I could do that. This one actually sat pretty well on the ground here, but I guess because that's up on a raised area. What about maybe we'll just do that and kind of make it an enclosed area that way. That'll work for now. This is the water system that we have, and what I've done here is I've used concrete walls. I've got an access doorway to where I can add more and do maintenance, but then I've used the round and flat pieces. A couple of chain, you know, with the chain link just to give it a different viewpoint. And then around this side we've got a small power pylon going up to those, and then we have the master pylon from the generators going out here, and then I have my little generator yard up on the platform. so I don't have to glitch these in. If you put a roof or anything, you can't place the generators, and I don't feel like glitching all the generators in. So once I'm done with that, I will probably put like a wood support post in each corner, and then put a roof over the top of that just for protection from the elements. But for right now, we've got this little corral thing going on for a little bit of security. I had an elevated platform here, but I've moved it off to the side. I picked this idea up from another video that I had seen. Basically, you're using the curved concrete floors and two of the warehouse steel posts, and then putting you can put 4 turrets of various sorts up there, and so that gives you 360-degree fire coverage, which I really like. So I actually incorporate those a good bit. I've gone more to the barrel and tire that you saw in my initial video, but that's another one that I really like the look of. I have recreated the little house here. I have not put any of the workbenches inside of it just yet. The main reason being, in the initial video that I did, the drive-in was going to be my primary location. In this one, I have everything already at Sanctuary Hills, so you know it doesn't make sense to have double dipping. Although at some point I will, have workbenches in every shop. I guess it doesn't matter, let's see. So we can put, yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter. So there's armor, chemistry, how about a cooking stove? I think that would be better. We'll put that up against the wall here. Actually, that would go good. Let's do it out this window so we have exhaust out the window. And my weapons workbench can go in this alcove. I really like the place anywhere. You can do it even with the guys in the way. Let's see, let me get this off and turn my little Pip-Boy light on so we can see. So there's our chemistry station, our armor bench, weapons bench, cooking station. And then we have the doorway here that gives quick access up to the guard bench. I have added these little bridge pieces with turrets coming off of and some power supply to that. And originally I had my entrance and I had it sealed off here in this fortress. So because I just decided to enclose it, I ran this diagonal. So we do lose some of that area outside, but honestly it was just to try to streamline this area. And now this gives us protection from the outside. I have, let's see, I do have this little Quonset hut set up. I do have a wall started coming down this way. And I think what I'm going to do is maybe try to glitch in to catch up with this chain link, which is out of the build area. But if you rug glitch it in, you can actually reach out that far, because we've got a long stretch of chain link here. And then we can incorporate all of this as well. I think that would look really good if we go that route. So at some point I will close off this side and the other side and have this completely done. But for now, any attacks from that way have to come all the way down into this area, or through the main gate where we've got a guard shop. I do need to put some turrets on that side, but not the end of the world right now. The light was throwing me off over there because I just put that light turret in, and I was seeing that and I was like, oh, are we being attacked? But again, I'm trying to keep the same theme where our central piece, the drive-in building, we're not really touching it too much. We're building around it and keeping that a basic focal point. So I have the living area here. I did put in a general store inside, and I might put something else over here, maybe one on the other side. So that'll be our retail area. You know what I can do with that guy? Well, eventually I'll move him over into the thing, and I can move him, the generator, and I can move our beacon over by the edge there as well. I haven't put anything back on top. In the other video I had, I will put some turrets up here, and I really don't need the stairs here. I put them up there for me personally to get up here and use this as a firing platform. But again, we have the other access point from the back road here. We have the bus that comes with the area. So I've got the fence there. I've got this entry hallway with some turrets. I've put in another bus, and what that does, you remember I had put the steel piece here, but I'm not going to worry about that. We had put this other bus, and I could turn this around and utilize that as Now see, I can't get through there because I've glitched it into the sign. Basically, I've incorporated the sign. We've cut holes in the bus to run that through, is how I'm game planning that and role playing it. But we've got it also up against the fence. I was thinking I might be able to turn the bus around and then use this inside, maybe put like a police desk or something like that, but not worried about that. We've got the little hallways here for guards that can come up and use that for cover if they need to for firing. But again, it's all funneling them into this entryway. Nothing too fancy, like I said. I'm not really big into fancy stuff, but I like the little corral here that we've got for the generators. I need to run some power out here now. Anyway, interested to see what you guys think. Eventually I will take that wall all the way out on both sides, but I like the way that I'm incorporating buildings to soak up a large chunk of real estate where I need walls. You see, I had this corner piece just come up to the shack, and if you remember in the other video, I was pretty tight coming out up to the guard hut that I had right outside the door. So I've just moved that over and just changed the placement a little bit with this corner piece, giving me some extra length to play with. We'll be able to fire out from inside the building. Of course, I have my fast travel target set up right at the workbench. So if I do pop in here and they're under attack, I can swing right around the corner and be firing up the hillside here. So it plays, it plays a role and it makes sense. Putting the heavy concrete to protect our water supply, you definitely want to, I think that makes sense. And probably what I will eventually do is put some mounted turrets right on the corners here, or maybe even on top of the doorway, to play some additional defense. I know I had the turrets out here, so these turrets on that 360 were actually protecting the water and the generators. I had them right here with the two struts bracketing the entryway, so you actually had to walk underneath the guns to get into here. But I decided to bring that out here just for some additional protection, because we seem to get a lot of attacks from this side. And of course, now I can't move it because if I select that, it pulls my whole building. You know, so either way. So our current stats here, we've got 15 people, 19 beds, pretty good happiness, 18 food, 80 water, 33 power, and 86 defense. I have had to use the gun glitch a couple of times to free up some build space in here, just to keep it in the midway in the green. So anyway, I like how the bus kind of fit in here. I wish I could have gotten it underneath the sign, but wasn't possible. And I couldn't get it any more of an angle without actually blocking the gate, because as it is, we're already inside that gate edge. I think that makes sense that you'd bracket the wood down inside that big fender to give some extra structure to your defenses there. So again, nothing great. I haven't done anything in here outside of adding the store here. Probably want to add maybe a chair for him to sit down in. And I haven't done anything else up here either. Not even sure I've looted. Yeah, I looted that stuff. Okay. So anyway, that is my current Starlight drive-in status. Again, just using a few outlying buildings. I'll probably put one more for residents somewhere on one of the sides. The middle will be mostly open. We will probably, we might make like a little courtyard area with maybe put some stores in there. But for now, I think we've got it where we want it. I like how the walls are coming along. I like how those are fitting in. I ended up putting this one right up against the outside edge, so we kind of have this dead area. In fact, let me see if I can put a... Yeah, there's a doghouse. So we'll put the doghouse right in there. If I ever send dog meat here, or if I buy one of the junkyard dogs or something, they'll have a place to stay. Alright, well I guess that's enough for this one. Thanks for checking it out, and we will see you next time.